Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a special matchup here in Playa del Carmen. Please welcome to the mat, Ian Butler. And his opponent, Angel Villegas. Your referee for this special match is Master Eddie Bravo. Here we go, special match underway. Ian Butler taking on Angel Villegas.
Butler, a strong wrestler, but he finds himself on his back right away. Villegas put him down. I was talking to Butler a little earlier today, and he just absolutely believes that his wrestling is going to be a huge factor. He doesn't believe that anybody here can wrestle with him.
And that works, you know, if you're the offensive wrestler, but it can kind of, you know, be to your detriment. Maybe you find yourself in a bad situation if your defensive wrestling is on point, but the get-down rule puts you in a position you don't want to be in.
Butler lowered his head, shot from a little bit far away, but does work himself into a tie. Villegas. Oh, Villegas got to be careful turning his back like that.
This get-down rule going to come into play here as 1 minute has elapsed. Villegas going to take bottom position here. Again, we restart. Double butterfly, double unders.
Butler has a strong MMA background. So I expect to see, if he can get his posture under control, I do expect to see some aggressive striking from him. Oh, big sweep there off the butterfly guard. Puts Butler on his back.
Left hands here.
Oh, trying to go for this arm lock is Villegas. Butler made a big bridge to try to get back to his feet. Villegas falls off on the arm lock.
Ooh, it is extended, but almost clears that
strong
arm. Butler in some serious trouble, but he looks calm and cool and collected, and he's going to get free.
Yeah, nice job by Butler, staying composed under a lot of pressure. The angle wasn't quite there for the arm lock. He didn't have the thumb turned the direction he needed to put proper pressure on the elbow, but great attempt by Villegas, showing that he is dangerous and he is not intimidated. He foot swept Butler immediately to start the match, and then he used his butterfly guard to sweep him, and now he's going to pull him into the rubber guard. Meat hook working for this inside space now. Clearing the head. Oh, great, insane flexibility by Villegas. Tried to punch that foot through for a go-go plata. Brings him back into New York.
That's one thing I really enjoyed, too, with combat jiu-jitsu is the ability to work the rubber guard and, you know, see some things with it that are really innovative and effective.
And the rubber guard comes into play, has a lot more value in a rule set where striking is allowed than just regular old jiu-jitsu,
right?
You know? Because you want to try to control the guy's posture, and you want to try to be effective off of your back offensively, not while you're stopping the striking. The rubber guard offers you an opportunity to both stop the striking and present some offense of your own.
Yeah, it's simultaneously, you know, offensive and defensive.
And check out how Villegas switches and plays rubber guard on both sides. You don't often see that. A guy usually has a strong favored side.
I would assume that comes down to a lot of flexibility as well. You know, some people aren't symmetrical with their flexibility.
Yeah, and just practicing it on both sides.
Right. 4 minutes down here in regulation.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Butler really try to posture up. And there's that shoulder crunch again. This swept him earlier. Got him again with the same sweep. Butler, he's got his arm wrapped on the outside, trying to work a single. Heavy sprawl by Villegas. Pulls him out of there. Moving towards the back now is Villegas.
See if he tries to get a hook in.
Oh, he's going
Not
for
there.
a heel. Oh, maybe an ill-advised play by Villegas, but he's swept so comfortably both times.
And that confidence has got to weigh, heavy on him going for things, because if you're Villegas, you got to believe that if you end up on bottom, you've proven that you can get out of there time and time again. So why not be aggressive?
Switching off to the meat hook with his rubber guard. And now a double bag for Villegas. It's where he grabs that left hand and tries to go around and control the posture by grabbing his opposite leg.
Halfway point of regulation, 5 down, 5 to go.
Villegas, very flexible. Those legs go in every direction, including the ones they're not supposed to.
I mean, it hurts me just to look.
We haven't seen a lot of strong striking so far from Butler.
I wonder for Butler, who's been swept a couple times here, if he's just sort of off of his game a little bit, thinking about that in the back of his head, that he can't get too comfortable here because he could get swept again.
And here we go into this shoulder crunch again. If he can get these butterfly hooks in, Butler has shown that he is very vulnerable to this sweep. He's getting him stretched out. He's got him long. Nice. Better reaction that time by Butler. Goes to the hand trap on the bottom. Got to be careful here if you're Villegas. This could open up some big striking opportunities for Ian Butler. Good work getting his hand back.
Ian Butler on top of Angel Villegas. This is a special matchup. Appreciate you joining us. TJ DeSantis, Brandon McCatherine, live from Playa del Carmen here in Mexico. Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds 2023. The Welterweights taking center stage on UFC Fight Pass. Don't forget our tournament finale up after this. We'll see Andrew Tackett take on Alan Sanchez.
Probably the fastest tournament I can ever remember us being a part of.
Absolutely. Very quick. And quickly, you should head over to EBIofficial.com if you want to be a part of the first ever EBI Open tournament. Got kids divisions, masters divisions, adult, top to bottom. June 17th, it goes down in El Paso, Texas. And coming up in July, Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds of Bantamweights will take center stage. Elias Anderson looking to defend his title. No date firmed up other than July, so make sure you keep it locked for more information on CJJ Worlds 2023, the Bantamweights.
Always pumped to watch Elias Anderson work. Coming off of that big win against Uriah Faber.
I mean, that kid's really become a star here in Combat Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, he's really, in a lot of ways, the face of Combat Jiu-Jitsu.
Closed out 2022 with that win over Faber. Closed out 2021 with a win over Eric Perez.
Butler hugging the body, trying to stop this active guard of Villegas.
Eight down, 2 to go here in regulation.
Villegas trying to take control of this inside space, maybe expose a triangle. Digging back to the underhook, and let's see if he goes to this shoulder crunch sweep again. Not able to make it happen this time as Butler collects the head. They move back into the closed guard. And here's the shoulder crunch attempt again. You'll see Villegas try to work into his butterfly guard now. You see those feet and the hips, that's the beginning of it. He's going to create a little space. There's the first butterfly hook. Changing off, maybe thinking about a buggy choke from the bottom of the closed guard.
Can you do that?
You can. I mean, well, maybe he can. I can't.
You can. Right,
I cannot.
Yes.
But I've seen it done.
The more figurative you. Can you do that?
Yeah. Y'all.
Okay.
Oh, man, almost like a post elbow there from Villegas. Sort of landed with the forearm.
Inside the final minute of regulation, this is a special match. Ian Butler on top of Angel Villegas.
Ever since he got swept a couple of times, Butler has really lowered his posture. He hasn't been, a hard strike on the bottom by Villegas. Gets a reaction out of the crowd, but Butler has really closed his game up. He's kind of shelled up,
right,
and hasn't really opened up and been taking any risk ever since he got swept over a couple of times.
Villegas getting real handsy with the face of Butler.
Posting on the throat here is Villegas.
And again, that shows you the confidence that he has here on bottom in this guard. He's the one sort of dictating the pace and the ebb and flow of the fight.
Yeah, Villegas has really shown a phenomenal guard against a very strong top player, very strong wrestler. He's been able to sweep him twice. He's been able to stop him from posturing up with his rubber guard. And we're going to go to overtime.
Again, traditional EBI overtime rules here. 1 round minimum, 3 rounds maximum, 2 minutes to each half of the overtime. Villegas going to go on offense here to start the top of the first. He elects to take the back of Ian Butler.
I expect Villegas to be very dangerous from this position. I mean, he comes out of that Richie Martinez camp out of there in 10th Planet San Diego. Richie is a phenomenal coach and a phenomenal practitioner in his own right. Cross grip by Villegas, working the single hook. Ooh, Butler able to create some space, but now a rear triangle attempt may be coming. He might switch off to the arm lock instead. He does, but Butler able to shake his way out of there. 29 seconds of ride time for Villegas.
Now headed to the bottom of the first. Butler on offense. He's going to elect to take the back, it looks like, of Villegas.
This will really be Butler's first look at any sort of offense so far in this matchup. Not really able to find any kind of, oh man, he's losing it already.
Wow.
The arm, yeah, he's out of there. I was going to say, I think he's out. Calling that 9 seconds of ride time for Ian Butler.
Yeah, Villegas really able to move out of that position quickly. Now on our way to the top of the second. Villegas back on offense and again back on the back once again.
Butler doing a good job of creating a good angle right away. Villegas gets the arm trap. He caught Butler reaching his left hand down to try to deal with the feet and remove the hooks, and now he's trapped. Villegas not under the chin, but we've seen already several times tonight that does not matter. Now he's starting to work himself under the chin. Butler's got to turn and look back to his left shoulder to try to stop that from coming in, but Villegas underneath now. He's going to get the one-handed tap. He got it.
There it is. Nicely done. Angel Villegas gets the tap at the top of the second, so we are headed to the bottom. It's going to be short time for Ian Butler to wrap up something to get a quicker submission. 35 seconds is where we are at.
So Butler has about 35 seconds to work right here. He calls for the crowd. He might need their energy to make it happen. He's only had about 9 seconds of offensive opportunity so far. And that all came in the top of his first overtime. Villegas out of there.
Wow.
3 second escape.
Angel Villegas taking home a victory. Nicely done. He gets a submission in overtime. Let's make this one official. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by submission in overtime. It is Angel Villegas. Really phenomenal, well-rounded performance by Angel Villegas. Was controlling of the regulation period on bottom in that closed guard, and when he got the back here in OT, he made a count. He gets a sub.
Yeah, just a crucial mistake by Butler. He got caught reaching down with his hand to try to deal with the hooks of Villegas, and when he did, Villegas was just ready for it. He snapped into position, trapped that arm, works himself all the way into the one-handed choke, and a really strong performance by Villegas. Very strong.